You can probably see it now. That's the Cape Hatteras Tower. So we're rounding Cape Hatteras. It's about 10 in the morning on Friday, the 12th of May. And not a stormy rounding at all. Quite pleasant, in fact. Well, now the wind is coming in and it's time to tuck a second reef in the mainsail. I have to round the boat up into the wind to reef the mainsail. So after disengaging the wind vane, I'll lash the helm slightly down such that it's trying to steer the boat up into the wind. And what will happen is the boat will kind of go in a falling leaf motion off the wind. She'll fall off a bit, get up a little speed, then come back up closer to the wind. And when she comes closer to the wind and the mainsail luffs is when I can pull that clew line nice and tight and get a nice neat reef in the mainsail. Oh, hi everybody! It is Saturday the 13th of May 2023 and we are at 36 degrees 50 minutes north and 74 degrees 12 minutes west. We're about 75 miles east of Virginia Beach. Got nice brisk southwest winds, about 15 to 20 knots, so we're chugging right along here on a broad reach. It's not quite clear what's going to happen over the next 48 hours. It looks like a low pressure is going to form pretty much just right over me. And that's going to happen tonight into tomorrow into Sunday. So depending where we are, we're going to have these brisk southwest. It looks like we'll hang on to these southwesterlies today. And then it looks like tonight we're going to have variable winds. It might continue that brisk southwest or just variable, depending which model you look at. Then it looks like tomorrow, perhaps a spot of light and variable winds, and then it's going to come in from the northeast. It looks like kind of 15 to 25 knots, and northeast is dead on our nose. So that means not much progress. The good news is those northeasterlies are only going to blow for about 12 to 24 hours. And then die away. And then it looks like we're just going to have light airs. So that's Monday into Tuesday, light winds. And then southwesterlies are going to fill back in ahead of an approaching cold front. So the big if there is, can I get into Buzzards Bay, get into Peyton Aram, or maybe just Tarpaulin Cove before that next front hits. As it stands, we got about 310, 15 miles to go. So not a huge amount of distance, but again, there's a lot of variability in it because it depends on, basically depends on how long we're going to get waylaid by this low pressure system. We had a good boost from the Gulf Stream yesterday. Yesterday afternoon, we were doing 8 to 9 knots over the ground. Nice, pleasant sailing. We're out of the Gulf Stream now for sure. I can feel the chill in the air. We're in much cooler water. That is a humpback whale. Let's see if we can get one more surface here. There he is. Oh. Oh, you can see the big splash. The whale just breached. A little far away for a good picture, but honestly, I don't mind being pretty far away from a 50-ton animal jumping out of the water. Following morning dawns in light and pleasant conditions, despite forecasts for strong winds. No need to worry, those strong winds would soon materialize. Alright, well, the Wimp just won out. I was going under a double reef main and reef staysail, and she was chugging right along. But we were getting some gusts of winds up probably close to 30, and she was really getting overdriven there. So I could go down to the heavy weather staysail and keep sailing at a little better clip. But, yeah, why bother? Because these brisk winds, there's two factors to figure in here. One is these brisk winds are from the north-northeast, which is just about dead on our nose. And so, you know, I mean, you can bash into it, you're heeled over, it's hard sailing, and then on top of all that, you're not really getting anywhere very fast. You know, I mean, in the course of the day, I'd be lucky to cover about 15 miles upwind. And then the other factor is that these winds are forecast to be pretty short-lived. It looks like tonight, if we're lucky, these winds will veer, they'll come more easterly, even east to southeast. That'd be beautiful. And they're supposed to die down to kind of 10, even less than 10 knots. So I think the Wimp strategy is probably the more rational strategy, which is I'll just let her sail slowly under the main, just let her kind of fore-reach at about 1.5 knots or so, and we'll just wait for a fair wind. Just sitting here, hove 2 got old, so I compromised and put the little heavy weather staysail on, and so we're moving again. Plus, we were making a fair bit of leeway and kind of losing ground here, so I wanted to at least just get her a little, get a small foresail on her, get her balanced, and so she'd be moving again. Oh, 4 hours ago, it was blowing, winds were over 20 knots. Now I'm about to go rig the code 0. Monday, the 15th of May, 2023, and we're at approximately 38 degrees 30 minutes north and 73 degrees west, or we're just east of, well, just east, about 50 miles, 60 miles east of Cape Hatteras. Well, yesterday was fun. Came in from the north-northeast. Midday it got up to about 20 to 30 knots. I was hove 2 for a little while, then resumed sailing. And then, as promised, it died away quite rapidly last night. And by about 8 p.m. I was becalmed, and remained becalmed until about 2 in the morning. And then we got these northerlies, which have since veered a little more northeast. So, so this is, we're on day 2 of headwinds here. Now the forecast is that these headwinds are going to back west to southwest this afternoon. So that's good news. And remaining light, that's okay. However, tonight, ahead of approaching cold front, they're going to pick up, become more west to southwest, and going to pick up to about 15 to 25 knots overnight. And then it looks like increasing further southwest 20 to 30 knots tomorrow, and then approaching Buzzards Bay. Depending on how far along, we might be in a light gale, 25 to 35 knots tomorrow afternoon and evening from the southwest, and then it looks like sometime around midnight tomorrow, the front's going to pass and the winds are going to come north. So the direction is good, but it means that it looks like tomorrow, unescapably, we're going to get caught in strong to light gale. Strong winds to light gale conditions. As I say, Cape on La Panne, actually I could sail the course where I'm at now if I tacked over on the starboard going down La Panne. There's an anchorage there, but as I said, the winds are going to come west this afternoon, which means that the winds are going to come dead on the nose. So I think it's better just to keep pushing on, even though it looks like tomorrow's going to be a pretty rough day. But there's just no escape here. Because I got delayed so much by the headwinds and then light winds, and I don't have a diesel engine to keep me moving, especially in the light winds. If I had a diesel, I could have motored a good 50 miles last night and would probably make it into Hayden Aram before the really rough weather hit. But that's the price you pay for not having an auxiliary engine. Consider supporting this channel by becoming a patron. As a patron, you will be able to view my videos free of ads. You will also be able to leave comments, ask questions, and message me directly. You can become a patron for as little as $5 a month.